there and welcome to my story time about my time in Israel. It actually all started in December 2019. I was doing a degree that I wasn't really happy with and I didn't want to do for the rest of my life. So after I told my family, I had to figure out what was I going to do in the future. My grandfather suggested that I went to Israel to go work on a kibbutz like he, my mother and my uncle did. So, long story short, I fell in with a group called Way More Israel, where you could learn more about your Jewish heritage, work in your chosen field, as well as travel around the country. I left South Africa in January 2019 for 6 months and flew internationally for the first time in my entire life. Please note, I am also absolutely terrified of planes and flying, and I was panicking for the first 3 hours before my flight. I landed in a foreign country where I didn't know the language, I had no clue where to go, and I had nothing in the way of familiar faces. Luckily, I spent the 6 months living in a great hostel in the middle of Jerusalem in the old city itself. Jerusalem was an experience in itself. A bustling city where everyone is so friendly, and I even lived a 2-minute walk away from the Wailing Wall. I traveled to many places while I was in Israel. I went to Tzfat, Haifa, Jaffa, Tel Aviv, and I spent most of my time in Jerusalem. Haifa was the closest thing that I had to South Africa at the time. It was a beautiful city with artwork and graffiti everywhere. The most striking piece of art that I saw there was a layout on the floor that looked like the layout of a house, except that it was done using spices that are commonly used in the households of Haifa. Not only did I get to travel, but I also got to experience army life. For 3 days, all the Way More Israel participants got to volunteer with the Israeli Defense Force. Of course, we spent most of the time packing supplies and bags for the army officers. They never really taught us how to shoot. But we did really get to see the dedication and time and effort that goes into being in the IDF. An interesting fact about me is that I got my open water diving license when I was just 13 years old. Yes, I had long hair then. Yes, you can laugh. And I've dived with sharks before, which really seems to surprise people. Sharks are actually really gentle creatures as long as you don't invade their space or, harm the environment in any way. I went to Eilat, which was probably the favorite part of my trip. I went there because it's a really special place for me, because that's where my grandfather, my mother and my uncle worked when they were in Israel and were my age. My one and only goal was to go diving in Eilat and see all the underwater sea life that I could. I spent the whole day diving there, and I have to say it was one of the best days of my life. I was able to dive in the Eilat Coral Beach Nature Reserve. The water was crystal clear and the fish are so used to humans that they just swim right between you and your instructor. It was amazing. The only problem was that my weights didn't work. So I basically spent a lot of the time floating up hot air balloon that didn't want to land. The second best part of my Eilat trip was going to the underwater observatory park. The best aquarium I have ever been to. They have an observatory that goes 10 meters down below the water with a 360-degree view where you can just see the tons and tons of coral right outside the window. And it's just amazing. Israel was so beautiful and has such a special place in my heart, and I could spend hours and hours talking about how amazing it was, but I wanted to share with you guys what I thought was really special about my trip. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment songs or videos that you'd like to see us do. Have a great day.